Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Selamat datang ke rancangan Hyrule of Chess Maniac. Pada malam ini kita ada tetamu istimewa iaitu International Arbiter Abdul Hamid bin Abdul Majid. Dan saya percaya semua orang akan tertunggu-tunggu untuk sesi ini. Dan tanpa membuang masa, saya ingin menjemput International Arbiter, Hamid Majid untuk ke rancangan ya.
Assalamualaikum, Khairul.
Salam Cik Hamid.
Interview ini saya ada peminat dekat luar negeri lah.
I see.
I will
Okay.
kata cakap both in bahasa and English lah.
Okay, no problem, sir. Okay. Okay, so Mr. Hamid, how's life during pandemic?
Okay, life goes on, but I just like to mention something here, Khairul.
Okay.
Actually, more or less I've been following your chess career also.
Okay.
Following in the sense that, I always see that you are very interested in all the background of chess, From the early days, I know you are very interested in chess history because sometimes you ask me some questions, and I recommend. You ingat that in the early days?
Yeah.
So in this matter, I think both of us are alike lah.
Yeah.
We have minat sejarah catur.
Yeah, history. Okay, Mr. Hamid. So I think everybody know you lah as a arbiter, international arbiter. Organizer. But I don't know. Adakah orang betul-betul mengenali you as a person lah? I mean your background, where you're born, something like that, and your family maybe. So maybe you can share a little bit, Mr. Hamid, today.
Okay, I was born in Kuala Lumpur.
Okay.
And I studied in Batro School. Ini dekat Sogo tu, primary school.
Okay.
And then from primary school, I went to Victoria Institution.
Okay.
And then I did my HSC for night classes because I already started working quite early. May 13, I was already working already, around 1969. Yeah.
As what?
And I have two sons, Khalid and Hadi.
Okay.
And during this COVID period, I feel a little bit bored also staying in the house. But the problem is, Khairul, I am the chairman of this Medan Intan condominium.
I see.
So during this COVID period, we have had a few cases of COVID and all that. So I'm a bit busy lah.
Busy. Yeah.
Selalu sibuk dengan macam-macam. We have had 14 cases of COVID over the last 1 year.
I see.
Okay, I'm basically a KL boy lah.
Okay, I see. Okay, Mr. Hamid, if I'm not mistaken, before you involved in chess, you is working as an army, right?
Okay, I started working already in late 68,
Okay.
in the Ministry of Defence.
I see.
At that time, it was there were not so many people to work, So there was an application and I joined and I found it quite comfortable to work with the Ministry of Defence. And later on, when I got my certs and all that, I got promoted. And later I attended a course for cataloguing and how to maintain a library. So you could say I'm a cataloger come librarian by profession.
I see.
And because I was interested in history, jadi I began to study a lot on this Indonesian confrontation.
I see. Okay.
So I've got all the details, data of that period because you are interested, you want to know what's going on, yeah?
Yeah. But you did have military training, right?
Basic adalah. But basically, I was a civilian lah.
I see. Because you know why, Mr. Hamid? Because when I started to play tournament, so you already been there lah, definitely as a arbiter. And I found you very strict, very regimental. So I wonder why Mr. Hamid like this, before that I don't know you're trained, I mean you pernah dengan tentera dengan army, right? So maybe a little bit ada influence lah in the way you manage chess tournament. Mr. Hamid?
When did you start playing, Khairul? Which was your first tournament?
I mean, early 90s lah, early 90s.
Early 90s, okay lah. That time I was already functioning already lah.
Okay.
Tapi being strict itu, it's only when I'm in a tournament hall lah.
Yeah, betul.
You know. Yes. Otherwise, all the chess players will be sitting on my head, is it?
Yeah, I know.
I tamu, dia orang duduk atas kepala saya lah.
I know. It's not easy to organize a chess event lah. Yeah. Mr. Hamid, actually I had made some slide lah for you.
Okay.
So maybe I share it.
Okay.
This World Chess Olympiad 2004 in Mallorca,
this one
Spain.
Was before the team left for mana to Bled, I think.
Spain, Mallorca.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wah, ini ada Shazwani ada, Kaiting ada, Siti Zulaika ada.
Yeah, Roslina, Mok Zimeng back there.
Ada kan dia? Ada.
Yeah.
And then Leong Wan Man.
Yeah, Leong Wan Man. Jorin.
Siapa yang sebelah Manwan?
I'm not sure.
Belakang Shazwani tu.
Yeah. But I believe, Mr. Hamid, you way back you have involved in chess international tournament as an official, right? Maybe you like to share something, your past experience. Yeah.
Okay, basically, my first Olympiad.
Okay.
It was not as something to do with the Malaysian team, tapi saya ikut because they invited me as arbiter. That was my first Olympiad.
Okay.
It's always, every chess player's ambition is to see the chess Olympiad.
Yes.
And of course, you love the game and then you want to see an Olympiad. Yeah. And I'm very happy that in 1990, I was invited to Novi Sad.
Okay.
That time it was part of Serbia.
Yeah.
And that was my first Olympiad. Tapi sebelum itu, I pernah run some events dekat Malaysia and all that. I was already an arbiter.
Okay.
And the once you start organizing events internationally, you acquire confidence,
Yes.
And this is an important aspect to becoming a good arbiter.
Yes.
To acquire the confidence to run events and all that, And then by and by, after a few events, people pun recognize you lah.
Yeah.
Or you could say that you don't play the fool lah, itu Hamid down. Or something to that effect, is it?
Yes,
you need to acquire this confidence, Khairul.
Yes.
So you think a good example is during football games,
Okay.
You see, I once had the pleasure of meeting one chess referee.
Okay.
Who was a referee in a World Cup event.
Okay.
And he told me something that he said I should apply lah. And what he said in the first 5 or 10 minutes, I already tried to give a yellow card.
Okay.
Why he said that? Because he want all the rest of the players to understand that he means business.
I see. Yeah.
Jadi macam itu juga dalam pertandingan catur tu.
Yes.
I selalu bising the first 5 or 10 minutes because you want to impress upon the players that you are there.
Send the message lah.
Send the message, So I learned this from football.
Okay.
to make some noise, especially, children's event, because they're always making noise, this, that, and all that.
Yeah. Good tip for other arbiters or event organizer.
Yeah,
Okay.
make some noise.
Yeah. Mr. Hamid, actually I jump a little bit. Actually, I plan to ask you, the first question is, why do you like chess and how, you start playing chess? Definitely you must play chess first before you be an arbiter, right?
Yeah. Okay, I can just say that I started learning chess quite late. I was about Form 3, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Form 3. And my cousin, Dr. Sirajuddin, he's a doctor now. He taught me the basic moves of chess, So from him, I learned a lot of how to play this, that, and all that. And because you're interested, I started clamoring my father to buy some chess books and all that because I wanted to. And among the books that was with me at that time was the laws of chess and all that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, of course, you want to start playing in chess tournaments, you need to know the law, This is important also.
Yeah.
Jadi, okay lah, by and by, from him, I graduated to, started to play in Selangor Open and all that. That was, in the early 70s, I think. 70s, I started playing, I think, and my first major event was the Selangor Open.
I see.
And I think I played in Selangor Open maybe 4 or 5 times lah.
I see. Okay.
And then because you cannot compete with all the strong players,
yeah,
and you still love the game.
Yeah.
You want to contribute, you love the game, Khairul. I know you also do,
Yeah.
There are many ways we can contribute, and it happened that I became international arbiter because I was not so good in chess.
I see. Okay.
You love the game. You want to contribute, yeah?
Yeah.
And then because you're working with the government service, you have some administrative experience, which is quite useful when you're running chess tournaments, because young early days, in the late 60s, early 70s, the manner the chess events were run was not so organized macam sekarang,
Yes.
I mean, I don't see a situation where in the early late 60s and early 70s you can run a tournament of 3,000 people.
Yeah, Mr. Hamid, if I can interrupt you, I remember you ingat tak masa guna card? You want to make a pairing, you have to use the card. Each player have a I did it once, or give up. Yeah. That's why I don't want to be an arbiter.
In this matter,
yeah,
I am not so sure about our current string of arbiters lah.
Okay.
Tetapi they must understand I come from a period, and a few of my fellow arbiters also come from that period.
Yeah.
Where there was no Swiss manager.
Yeah.
There was no pairing program.
Maybe no computer at all.
Yes. Yeah, you're right, You're right. I mean, even to key in games, Carol, we had to manually do it, We had to write it down, type it down manually, There was no chess program to auto write down the moves,
Yeah.
So, so I come from a different period. Baru-baru ini, Carol, I noticed that a lot of our arbiters, they are very adept, very good with the online pairing system and all that,
Yes.
Now, partly benda ni, dia jadi macam itu because during our time, there was no computers, so you cannot learn it,
Yes.
And our current batch of arbiters, they are all boleh kata inverted bracket experts using the computer lah, Facebook lah.
Yeah, they were born with the computer. Born with the computer.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I like to congratulate these people, because okay lah. I thought I cannot do it, but after attending some courses, I think I can do it now.
Yeah.
Okay, one more thing. For those who are actually doing apa kata pairing online and all that, especially these hybrid and online events.
Okay, yes.
They are apa kata they are also chess players. They play online and all that.
Yes.
One reason why they are good at this is because they play online. Something that I don't do. So I have to start from A.
Okay.
And I appreciate these guys because this is something for the future.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Hamid. Okay, I want to share some file. Okay, Mr. Hamid.
This one I was in Shanghai and Vladivostok.
I see.
Carol, this picture.
Okay.
And on the day I came back to Malaysia after this event.
Okay.
Is the day the COVID started in Malaysia. That was 2020 in January, just after Chinese New Year.
I see.
And the one in the center is Nigel Short.
Yes.
And then the other two girls, actually I was supposed to be the chief arbiter for this event.
Okay.
The players wanted a lady arbiter.
Oh, I see.
So they put me as a appeal committee member. That was fine. And then the one on the extreme left is Misha. He's the press officer for FIDE.
Okay.
This girl Shore, she had some complications with the hijab, the head covering.
I see.
The one next is Maria. Nigel Short, who was a bloody good companion during this World Championship. He was also the commentator,
Oh, yeah.
And then that's me, and that is Oleg.
Oleg Ramanishin.
That's right, Romanishin. He was also part of the appeal committee. It was a good event.
Yeah.
It was a good event because it was like it's like two women fighting, women fighting, very interesting,
Yeah. Okay. So, this one is you in
this
action
is in Penang.
Okay. Penang.
I mean, these two guys, I remember this game.
Okay.
King, rook.
Okay.
And keep on playing for 150 moves.
So you have to wait lah.
I have to wait to see what the fella is trying to do, is it?
Okay,
so yeah.
This one I believe in Grand Asian Chess Challenge in
I think this one was I think there's Jimmy there.
Yeah.
And and then the university boys and girls lah.
Yeah. Okay, this one the JCC team I believe. This one you are always will involve with Penang international team, right? As a chief arbiter.
Okay, I think given the number of Penang players, I think it is more practical for Penang to have a outside arbiter.
I see.
This is one of the reasons why you get invited, Carol.
Okay.
Because for example, like India, during the last World Junior, which I did in 2019,
yes,
3/4 of the players are Indians.
Okay.
So it's better to have a foreign arbiter.
Yeah.
Likewise in Penang also, although they can do it, it happens to be an international event. Looking at this picture, saya rasa begitu sedih lah.
Why?
All the over the board punya chess tournament sudah tada. You cannot smell the sweat of the chess players. You cannot hear the noise of chess pieces. You cannot hear the banging of the clocks. All this I miss lah.
Yeah. Not the same lah.
Yeah. But
Okay, this
Penang,
one is,
it's always a pleasure to do events in Penang. Sebab apa? Penang, these fellas, they are very good in their work. Number one lah. And Eng Siong is like a Napoleon in Penang. He get everything done.
Very effective.
And and I go there and just and is Poisim there?
This
Poisin
one
is
is,
another good arbiter.
I mean in Penang, right?
Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
Poisin is there, Andrew is there, Jonathan is there, Saiful is there. This fellow Saiful,
Yeah.
he is quite good with the tornado pairings and all that.
Yeah.
And Poisin also.
Hmm.
And then on the extreme right is this girl, Ellie Emira Shamimi Ahmad Nazri.
I see.
So she wanted me to mention how pretty she is.
You see the
Dengar
comment?
tak?
Yeah. You read the comment, Mr. Hamid?
No
My
lah.
first book apparently wasn't the Law of Chess. Okay. Okay. So next one, Johor Chess Festival come later, right?
Okay, it comes later, but it has been running for the last few years. Now, this is another apa kata association which is very apa kata efficient. This tournament becomes a little bit easy because of the venue. The venue is in the center of the city.
Okay.
And it is in a huge big shopping complex, and it makes things all easier. Makan senang, itu senang, ini senang. And then to go up to this hall also, it's quite a problem. So security wise, it's quite good lah. I also like to work in this event.
Okay, yeah. So this
I
with the
see
next.
how popular I am. Two girls. Kiri kanan, no. No, but sometimes this girl, this is Tan Sri Ramli,
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
This is Tan Sri Ramli. Zuri is there.
Yeah.
And then Najib is there. Zarina is there.
Yeah.
Fadli, the late Fadli is there.
Yes.
And belakang itu is, I think, Najib's missus, I think.
Yes. So
yeah, this
maybe
one was Hari Raya open house. Tan Sri invited us.
Yeah.
And we went lah. It was quite a nice event. Tan Sri has got a nice house.
At that time, you are Malaysian Chess Federation secretary, right?
Was I? I can't remember. Maybe I was. I'm not sure.
Maybe you would like to share something about your experience as MCF secretary?
Okay, I apa kata, I should mention this lah. First and foremost, you have to be apa kata, not half-hearted, because being MCF secretary is almost a full-time job.
Yes.
And given the fact that you are dealing with so many people and officials and government departments and all that, I think it is the best that you are apa kata, ethical, honest, and straightforward. This gets you quite far. And this gets you quite far because people will not apa kata, tak berani mau question you in your decisions.
Yes.
And I was very lucky because I have worked under Sabaruddin Sheikh.
Okay.
I have worked under Dato' Rosli. I have worked under Dato' Tan Chin Nam. For a while, I worked under Tan Sri Ramli. And all these were great guys, They were the president. And like Dato' Tan used to say, I can put my hand in my pocket and take out the money, So normally a lot of idea was that the president was the one who should find the money and all that.
Yeah.
We have done a few events. I just mentioned an incident. One time I went to Sabaruddin Sheikh's office because we were in the middle of planning for the Asian cities. It was held in Genting Highlands,
Okay.
And we needed money, and we needed the hotel, we needed so many things, So I said, Dato asked me to write the letters, go and see this person, see that person. All this I did, And we were not getting the answers that we wanted, and the tournament was not so far away, So I went to complain to Sabaruddin Sheikh.
Okay.
And Tan Sri, what he did, while I was still in the office, he lifted up the phone and he said, he called Mr. Lim Gotong.
Okay, Genting's owner.
Yeah, Genting owner. And of course, if subordinate asks, he gets it. Eh?
Okay. Yeah.
And then immediately the answer was yes.
I see.
And then he
Okay.
told me something.
Okay.
Hamid, please understand this. He said that you can make 65 trips to see people.
Okay.
I only need to make one call to get 65,000 ringgit.
Yeah.
I understood this,
Yeah.
I understood this. And then he was also very particular because he's a politician, maybe, Dia
Yeah.
kata apa? Dia kata, okay, selepas pertandingan ini habis, jangan simpan apa-apa duit.
Yeah.
Sebab apa dia kata? Kalau ada duit dalam tabung, semua orang mau jadi presiden. Dan saya tak mau duduk. He was very articulate about these things. He says, okay, you want 65,000 to run this event? Here is 65,000. Finish the money, but no utang.
Okay.
And I learned this. I learned this quite well. That it is pointless to have extra money.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to have extra money, you might as well run a bank,
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Hamid. Definitely, we cannot. I mean, we have to mention that the late Datuk Tan Chin Nam. You are very close with him. Maybe you want to share your experience with
Datuk Tan Chin Nam. He was lebih kurang like a mentor lah,
Okay.
And then in as far as Datuk Tan is concerned, if one time you try to cheat him or give him false information or something like that, you will not find him to be a very friendly person. So this is the first thing I learned. In dealing with Datuk Tan, you better be straightforward and honest and ethical. Never mind if you don't have money, tell him. He will give you the money. He and Samaruddin also was like that. He says, when I was going for some of the Olympiads, Samaruddin asked me, I mean, you got enough money or not? Okay, Datuk Tan also was like that. And he always tell me, make sure everything is done properly. Because I am the president, I don't want my name to be spoiled.
Yeah.
I am relying on you to upkeep my good name. And then I remember during the cup-off Timan match
in Malaysia,
which was held there, we had a meeting, and Datuk Tan was one of the sponsors because he sponsored the hotel, Cup-off's hotel.
Okay.
In the Mikasa, and we were having a meeting, and then the meeting started, and Datuk Tan Chin Nam walks in 5 minutes late.
Okay.
And Samaruddin tells him, Datuk Tan, lain kali kalau mau mari lambat, tak payah mari ya. So I learned this, you see.
Yeah.
And I use it for all my arbiters. Kalau mau mari lambat, tak payah mari lah. Okay, coming back to Datuk Tan. Datuk Tan, he asked me one time, Hamid, what is it from chess that you want?
Yeah.
I said, Datuk, there are two things I want.
Yeah.
One, I would like to see a Malaysian grandmaster during our period.
Okay.
He says, who do you have in mind? At that time, our top player was Mas Hafizul.
Yes.
And it happened that the Petronas boss was a good friend of Chin Nam, Datuk Tan.
Okay. Yeah.
So Dato picked up the phone and then spoke to the boss, and he says that, can you give Mas Hafizul 1 year of paid leave?
Yeah.
And all his travel expenditure I will take to make Mas to try to be a grandmaster. I will pay for the coach and all that. So we got siapa tu? Ian Rogers.
Ian Rogers, yeah.
To be the coach, and then somehow or the other, Mas was so near and yet so far. Is it?
Yeah.
It just happens to be like that. We tried.
Yep.
But I have a little bit of satisfaction here because we tried.
Yes.
Where others did not try, we tried. I and Dato tried, and Mas also tried.
Yes.
Mas, he really put in a lot of effort to try. But But Khairul, sampai sekarang belum ada GM lagi tau.
Betul.
We have to count on Chin Seng. I hope Najib can do something about this lah.
Yeah.
During his time at least there will be a grandmaster, you see.
Yeah. Mr. Hamid, if you refer to the slide, you recognize this photo? Who's that?
Wait.
Yeah.
I see Giam,
Yeah.
see Dato' Tan. Siapa main dengan dia?
Very important person in FIDE.
Kampung Maris.
Yeah.
Okay. And this one is in Wilayah Complex, huh? Yeah. Okay, now I recognize.
Dia TCC. Dato' Tan Chess Center.
Yes.
I attend the,
Seminar, yeah?
Yeah, the seminar. Maybe you would like to say something about Kampo?
Okay, I just give you a brief about my career as an arbiter lah. In the early days, I learned a lot from these Yaakob brothers lah.
Okay.
Ibrahim and Jabbar Yaakob, I don't know, ramai tak ingat dia orang. Tapi I remember because they were my sort of teachers. Dia pandai tau. They make me do all the hard work, the dirty work and all that. And they sit on the table and shake their... But I didn't mind. Sebab apa? Doing the work you learn, right?
Yes.
And by Ibrahim, more and more, he began to value my work lah.
Okay.
And I also learned a few things from him. He was one person. The second person I nak terima kasih is Ignatius Leong.
Singaporean.
Ignatius Leong from that time he was a FIDE Secgen, also running Singapore Chess Federation. He was technically very, very competent. And I understudied him, asked him, muka tak ada malu pergi tanya sama dia tau. How to get this thing done, how to get that thing done. I was not afraid to ask him. And he was a good teacher. He make it very difficult for you, but he was a good teacher. And actually, 3/4 of my experience comes from working with Leong. Because I see the way and the manner he does. I appreciate lah, because he knew his stuff.
Okay.
Then I begin to understand that to be a good arbiter, you must have all the rules and regulations at the tip of your fingers lah. There are others who have helped me lah. Of course, there was Lawrence Howe, there was Jackie Wong. All these people, somehow or the other, they invite me to run their events and all that. So by and by, after running so many events, you become quite adept in running events lah. Salam Encik Hamid, what is the most controversial decision you have made in an international event?
Yes.
Okay, actually there are 3 incidents lah.
Okay,
I will mention all the 3 lah. The first one was semasa ASEAN Age Group di Brunei. It was held in Bandar Seri Begawan.
Yeah.
And pusingan yang ketiga, ada orang mari jumpa sama saya. Dia kata yang player who's leading the under 12 event, padahal it's not a girl, it's a boy. Right?
Sorry, Mr. Hamid. What?
Orang yang leading, player yang leading dekat yang under 12 event tu, she is not a girl, she's a boy.
I mean, that is a girl section lah, category lah.
Yeah, because the ASEAN age group events, they were divided into age group and also gender lah, boys and girls.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, apa saya nak buat? Okay, I called the head of delegation for Myanmar. The girl was from Myanmar.
Okay.
And I asked to check the passport.
Okay.
Passport says she's a girl. Okay lah, so I allowed her to continue, you see. But the complaint became very consistent. Tiap-tiap kali the girl wins and she was leading the event, somebody come and complain, and the complaint was also from Myanmar. So I also don't know what to do,
I mean, his teammate, his countryman.
Yeah, so lucky, the one of my deputy chief arbiters was this Antu lah from Vietnam.
Okay.
and she's a lady. So I told Antu, you go to the toilet with this girl to see whether she's a boy or girl.
Okay.
And then the mother was with her, is it?
I see.
So Antu went and checked.
Okay.
And then she came back. She said, Hamid, let her continue to play.
Okay.
Okay, so I said, okay, continue to play. Right?
Yeah.
Then when nobody was around,
Okay.
this Antu comes to me and tells me,
Okay.
Hamid, she got boy and she got girl.
I see. Okay.
So this was, in English, you call it hermaphrodite.
Okay. Kunsa lah in Malay.
A lady who has got, both sexual organs.
Okay.
And so it is up to her, or should I say the government, to decide what she is it?
I see. Okay.
So I did the most practical thing. I've just followed the passport.
Okay.
Because the passport is an official document. That was a very awkward situation.
Yeah.
And in Arab, I think later on I found out there's a word for this,
Okay.
Hansa. What?
Kunsa.
Yeah. This word,
Yeah.
It happens in 1 in a million.
Yeah. Yes.
So, but later when I had a chance to talk to Dato Sia Kokche from OCM,
Okay.
he told me normally they will scrape some skin from the face
Oh, I see.
and find out whether you got more male or female hormones.
Oh, I see.
And that is how they decide, is it?
Oh, scientifically.
Scientifically, this was one thing.
Okay.
And then the second incident that I was recently in 2019,
Okay.
I think for the benefit of all arbiters also, I think I should tell you all, there's no more such thing as forbidden pairing, Dulu, Khairul, semasa kita buat pairing and all that, kita akan minta supaya please don't pair us with Israel or something like that, is it? And the arbiter, with permission from FIDE, they will not pair Malaysia and Iran, for example, with Israel,
Okay.
But this law does not apply to Malaysia anymore. Now you can play with Israel. It's no big deal.
I see.
But Iran masih lagi continue to boycott it. So during the World Junior, this there was an Iranian player who was paired with the Israeli player, and then he didn't come to the tournament hall.
I see.
And after the tournament started, he came with a medical certificate and all that. 2 players.
I see.
So we were quite upset because the Israeli player was upset because he was looking for a norm in that event, you see.
I see.
An unplayed game cannot be considered. So after consultation with a few of the arbiters there, we then after the following round the same thing happened. So saya pun tak tahu macam mana lah. So I made a call to the FIDE lawyer and asked him what best to be done. Yeah?
Okay.
So after discussion and all that, we decided that since for two rounds they tak datang itu, maybe we don't pair them for the next round lah.
I see.
Because if he's paired against with the Israeli player, lagi satu kali jadi. And 2 kali dia bawa medical certificate.
I see.
So I didn't pay him. And Iran made a lot of noise.
Okay.
They made an appeal and all that. So the appeal committee said, okay, maybe that we should give him another chance.
Okay.
And asked me to include him back in the pairing.
I see.
We included him, and after that round, he withdrew. The Iranian contingent withdrew from the tournament.
Oh, the whole player.
Yeah, the boys section lah.
The boys
Sebab
section.
apa? Why they withdrew? Sebab they were afraid that in the later rounds, they might be paired against Israel.
I see.
I do not know about you and the rest of the people here lah. But for me, sport is sport lah. Okay, if Iran is that good, let them beat Israel over the board, or for that matter, if Israel is that good, go and play lah. But the problem here was not Israel. The problem was Iran. I think Iran has got this these problems, about playing
That's why
against Israel.
Ali Reza Firozja migrate to France, right?
Yes, and a lot of tadi yang gambar itu Shore she also don't want to stay in Iran because because of these kind of things, okay lah, this is their problem,
Yeah.
But the point I want to make is nowadays you tak boleh buat permintaan, don't pair me with Israel. You cannot say that.
Yeah.
If you think that you don't want to play with Israel, then you better withdraw from the tournament. So this was the other controversial in the sense that it was not a chess decision. It was a political decision,
Yeah.
Tapi what can I do? I'm just an arbiter there. If there's some problem on the board, I can resolve this matter.
Yeah.
So this is the thing lah. Okay, one more controversial decision.
Yeah.
This is Cikgu Abdul Rahman. You ask difficult question. Okay, ada sekali. This was in Delhi. I can't remember the year.
Okay.
Again, there was a player playing in the under 12 section.
Okay.
Sorry, under 10 section.
Okay.
And in the middle of the tournament, around round 5 or 6, and the boy was leading. Somebody claimed that he is not under 10.
Oh,
he should be playing in the under 12 event.
Oh, age issue.
So I called the Iranian head of delegation. It was Harandi, Shiraz Harandi, a friend of mine. I see the passport. The passport says this boy is under 10, right?
See.
And I asked him to continue to play in the under 10 section. He was leading the event, Then I get a call from the Khalifa, hit me. He says, Hamid, I already asked you to remove this player from the under 10 section. He's not under 10, he's under 12.
Okay.
So I said, sir, this boy's passport says he's under 10. And then the parents are also there. They say he's under 10. What do you want me to do?
Okay.
Then I receive an email saying that you are banned as an arbiter, a FIDE international arbiter. So I said, before you make the decision, let's ask the appeal committee. So the appeal committee met, spoke to all this one and all that, and they decided that the boy should continue to play because the passport is an official document. And so they went back. When they went back, Cairo, they went to see the Olympic Committee of Iran, who sent us a medical report saying that according to their research and their diagnosis, this boy is under 10, is it?
Oh, okay.
So I was actually banned as an international arbiter because of this decision, is it?
I see. Wow.
Tapi
how long have you been banned?
Say again?
How long you've been banned?
Where?
You mentioned that FIDE banned you as an arbiter.
Okay, it was maybe for about a week or so lah.
I see. Okay.
I think that must be the shortest ban ever lah.
Okay.
Because I wrote to the FIDE president explaining everything.
Okay.
So they withdrew the ban lah.
I see. Okay.
So okay, you asked me,
Okay. Mr. Hamid, there's another
who
question.
Who was my favorite player?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. I got a few favorite players lah.
Okay.
But there's one particular player I like very much.
Okay.
Among the players I like.
Okay.
I like Tal.
Okay, Tal.
I like Fischer.
All
I
right.
like Spassky.
Okay.
I like Karpov and I like Kasparov.
All
Tapi
right.
antara yang 5 ni,
Okay.
yang saya paling suka is Tal.
Okay.
Why I like Tal? I like Tal because in the early days, when he was young, this wizard from Riga, that's what they used to call him.
Yes.
He was an amazing player. Really, I like the dynamism on the board when he is playing.
Master of sacrifice.
He is apa kata, he sees everything, he sees everything and he's not afraid.
Yeah.
Langsung tak takut. You see some of the early games. I see his game with Fischer in the Leipzig Olympiad.
Okay.
Wow, really, the nickname is good for him, Wizard.
Yeah.
And then I had the pleasure of meeting him in 1990 in Kuala Lumpur.
Oh, he's been here.
He's been here together with Smyslov and all that. They came
Yeah.
they were going on their way to Genting Highlands, for the
I see.
interzonal.
Okay.
So they stopped over for a while.
Okay.
And then I also had the opportunity. At that time, he was quite old already. It was 1990, Novi Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, macam he wants to cross the road, he dare not cross the road. I happened to be there, you see.
Okay.
So my favorite chess player, I helped him cross the road.
Okay. You could contribute something to him lah.
Hold his hand and all that. Tapi dia punya genius tak ada lekat lah, Carol.
Okay.
Okay. One more thing I should like to mention is in when Fischer was playing against Spassky.
Okay.
That was the time when I was really became very interested in chess. Those days, yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Hamid. You mean the 1972 version or 1992?
1972 version.
Okay, the first was
the Spassky Fischer in a match. Yeah.
In Iceland, right?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
And at that time I was cheering for Spassky because Spassky was such a gentleman and Fischer was like a naughty boy.
Yeah.
But after that match in Iceland, then I really appreciate Fischer ability. There's a game that for the first time in his life he played the Queen's Gambit Decline. I can't remember the game number. But it was classic.
Yeah.
It was such a beautiful game. I really appreciate how Fischer played that particular game.
If I'm not mistaken, game 6 or what? He controlled from the start until the end.
Correct. Right? It was a Queen's Gambit Decline, yeah?
Yeah, there's the hanging pawn in the middle. Yeah, okay. Mr. Hamid, there's question from Razali Hamzah.
Okay.
Apa pendapat Encik Hamid tentang new norm chess? Online Arbiter adakah boleh kita buat tournament besar ataupun online tournament, I think? Yeah.
Okay. I think it's a good question. Thanks, Razali. NG6.
Yeah.
Okay, I should mention here that there's only one thing that spoils this online chess, and that is cheating online.
Yes.
Saya sudah hadir 2-3 kursus. Tiap kali, this matter come up, it is about online cheating and all that.
Yeah.
This is something we cannot avoid lah.
Yeah.
But these online events, hybrid events, dia tunjuk muka sebab COVID. If there was no COVID, this popularity of online chess will not be so popular lah.
Yeah.
Ini semua pasal they cannot play over the board, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, to answer the question directly, this is something for the future lah. Online chess is something for the future, and the Anti-Cheating Commission, Fair Play Commission, they are devising all kinds of method to prevent this kind of cheating going on. Recently, I attended a Tornado seminar.
Okay.
And before a player takes part in a tournament, you have to sign a certificate.
Okay.
Yang kata that you will play chess in a proper manner. That you will not try to cheat. Because Tornado, dia rasa macam people need to be educated about this online cheating.
I see. Yeah.
So, okay lah, if we have to live with this.
Yeah.
Kalau over the board pun ada cheating, what more dengan online?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Hamid, there's a question from Muhammad Zamri. Can you tell us the history of PCMM, Persatuan Catur Melayu Malaysia, and what happened to it? Yeah.
Okay, good. Zamri, dia macam ni. What happened was much later much later, when we were trying to get registered dengan Commissioner of Sports. The Commissioner of Sports has got one regulation that does not allow for racial groupings in sport. And PCMM membership was only open to Malays. And they did not accept the registration of PCMM. So whatever stories you have heard, the fact remains, and the regulation is still in the Commissioner of Sport in our office, that says that any association that is restricted to only one race cannot be registered. So this was one of the reasons why PCMM was not registered. This was one reason. And then PCMM also had a few controversies about money and this and that and all that, is it? So at that stage and time, we tried to register. But bila dia kata tak boleh lah, what else to do, is it? But personally, Khairul, I keep thinking, sometimes when I write letters for sponsorship and all that, I tell the person, chess is one of those games that crosses all boundaries.
Yeah.
They cross the boundary of race, they cross the boundary of religion, they cross the boundary of gender. So many things. They cross the boundary of age. A 7-year-old boy can play with a 90-year-old man.
Yeah.
And then we start restricting chess to only one community.
Yeah.
I feel funny lah. I feel funny that this thing happened. So I think the regulation, in as far as the Commissioner of Sport is concerned, is a good regulation, because we have to use chess to integrate lah. Bukan this and that. We shouldn't do that. For me, I feel like that. And moreover, take note, the FIDE logo is "We are one family."
Yeah.
Dari Afrika sampai Arctic, we are one family.
Yeah.
So we cannot say this tournament is only for Malays, or this tournament is only for Indians. I dislike this. And if there was a tournament like that, I would not be a participant to this.
Okay, Mr. Hamid. One last question from me. Maybe you would like to share about your experience when you joined Karpov team, when Karpov want to be to fight for the FIDE presidential election. Okay.
Okay, this was okay. We did not win. We did not win. But the fact remains, I was at that time, Khairul, the president was Kirisan.
Yes.
And there was a lot of controversies about Kirisan.
Okay.
Macam-macam hal lah, all kinds of things. So Karpov spoke to me. I said, Karpov, I'm not a politician lah. And really, I'm not interested, is it? He said, Hamid, I need somebody from Asia, and we can work together, and you are honest and you are straightforward, and you are well respected in the chess world. You will be an asset to the team. That's what he said. Okay. So I kata, no lah, Karpov, I'm not particularly interested. Dia terus call Dato' Tan.
Okay.
And then Dato' San said, hey, I received a phone call from Karpov, he wants you to join the team. I think maybe you should join, you should help him, because he means well for chess, you see, and he feels that Kirisan is not good and all that. But the only problem was, on the other side, it was Ignatius Leong,
Yeah.
So Dato' said, you don't worry about expenditure and all that. Whatever money you need, I will try to support. But join the team. They need your name. And that's how I ended up in that Karpov's team lah.
I see.
I didn't do much of a campaigning and all that. But I really felt some changes were in order lah during that period, Okay. And of course, I got, you could say I feel proud lah that a Malaysian has been chosen for this post, even though we didn't win.
Okay.
Okay.
That
was as far as the team is concerned lah. Best. I love this. Where was this?
I'm not sure. I mean, I got from your Facebook.
Huh?
Facebook.
Oh, I
From
know,
your
I know
Facebook.
where this one.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a favorite mama dish lah.
I see.
What, goat leg soup ah?
Oh,
You know, I was there with Shiraz lah. Shiraz belajar.
I see. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Hamid. Actually, kita dah sampai ke penghujung rancangan. So,
Okay.
I nak ucapkan terima kasih lah. Thanks to you kerana sudi meluangkan masa untuk join. Before we end, maybe you got something to share or to say to us. I mean, anything. Mr.
Okay.
Hamid. Alright.
Thank you, Carol. Okay, thank you for the interview ah.
Okay.
Tapi untuk semua orang yang rasa macam dia dah jadi arbiter ya.
Okay.
You know, my advice to you all lah. Number one, learn the rules properly. Faham betul-betul all the rules and regulations. Sebab bila you sudah fasih dengan all the black and white, you will go to the tournament hall, you will feel confident. Why you feel confident? Because you know the rules. So that is number one. Number two, if you cannot be a person who don't take sides, better you don't become an arbiter. Misalnya kalau Terengganu main dengan Kelantan and you are from Terengganu and you want to take Terengganu's side, betul ke tak betul, this is not correct lah. You know, so if your character is like that, don't become an arbiter because you spoil the reputation of the name, the name of the game. Tolong jangan. You know, chess is a noble game. You know, they main dekat istana lah, palace lah, you know, and then, you know, we respect the king so much. In a blitz game, you tak boleh kill the king.
Yep.
You cannot kill the king, you know. Why? Because it's a noble game. We respect the king.
Yeah.
You know, this is maybe it's a funny regulation, but it's a good regulation because it has teaches a few things, you know.
Yeah.
And if you cannot be ethical, tolonglah jangan jadi arbiter lah. You buat malu sama itu game saja tau.
Yeah.
You know, so this is my advice to all the budding arbiters. Number one, be honest, be straightforward. Know the rules and regulations. Don't be shy to ask for advice if you're not so sure. You know, acquire confidence running chess events.
Yep.
And don't take sides. So this is my advice to this one. And if you ask me, Harolov, what are my achievements?
Yeah.
I would like to say that the 16 years of the Malaysian Chess Festival, I consider this as one of my achievements.
Yes.
Because this was the second thing that I asked Dato. I said, Dato, every country has an open event and Malaysia does not have an international open event.
Yeah.
I hope Dato can help out. We do one every year. You know, and he agreed, you know, because he had the facilities, you know. I hope selepas COVID ni, Khairul, we sambung balik kita punya Malaysian Chess Festival events lah.
Yeah, over the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Mr. Hamid, thank you very much. Saya harap Mr. Hamid stay safe and hopefully maybe kita akan jumpa dalam tournament over the board lah. I mean online is online lah. Over the board is over the board. So I wish you all the best, Mr. Hamid.
Okay, and I also, Khairul, you know, you're doing a good job, you know. I know from the early days up to now, I know you are so interested in chess. You know, this kind of, you do not know how much you're contributing to chess, you know. So I take this opportunity to thank you. Terima kasih lah, Khairul. Because I know, like me, you also have chess in your heart, you see.
Yeah.
Thank you, Khairul.
Okay, sama-sama. Terima kasih juga, Mr. Hamid.
Okay.
Okay, terima kasih, Mr. Hamid. So saya juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada semua yang mengikuti rancangan ini dan saya harap kita dapat berjumpa lagi di rancangan akan datang dengan tetamu-tetamu dan personality chess negara kita, dan juga mungkin satu hari nanti kita boleh jemput tetamu daripada luar negara, siapa tahu. So, okay, terima kasih dan jumpa lagi. Okay.